welcome to another episode of the SiXFramesPodcast. We're talking about Spider-Man. Yeah, we're going into it, man. Fuck introductions. Everybody knows what the fuck we are.
Into it? Like, into the Spider-Verse?
Good job, Miguel is here. Miguel, we show up.
I heard y'all talking shit about the Spider-Verse. Wait. Okay. Mr. Hype Man.
Yeah, so we recently watched Spider-Man Into the
Across
the Spider-Man.
I know, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I get confused all the time.
Into's the first one.
It's the first one.
Across is the new one.
We saw Across the Spider-Verse. Not just the movie. We saw it on D-Box.
Woof. Now, for those who don't know, Kevin, explain it for them.
D-Box is it's a type of sitting. I don't know. I can't explain.
It's like a 4D experience.
It's a 4D experience of a chair that shakes and rumbles as the movie plays on. So for example, not spoilers, but in the beginning you see a character play drums and you feel the characters playing drums through the chair. So if anybody ever went to Universal and ride the Shrek ride,
I did.
Right, it's kind of like that where there's just there's vibrations. The only thing that's missing is like smoke and water effects spraying at you.
And people spit in your face.
Exactly.
We don't really need that though. Come on now.
I would pay extra.
You what? What?
I want the full Across the Spider-Verse experience. I want Miguel to hit me.
Yo!
I want that feeling. I'm like, I want to be in the movie.
He's gonna give him that can of vet.
I thought you wanted Gwen to spin him. Like, what?
Oh my God!
Yo. That fetish son. Hey, you gotta watch out for that son.
No, I like that other girl. What's her name? Bite.
Who's that?
The AI girl.
The AI one.
Who is
Who?
that?
Oh, that's right.
Who?
The one I gave the nickname to.
That's right.
Call her Snicker.
Okay.
Give me a piece of that.
All right.
Don't get this.
Okay, a big jungle fever right there.
I ain't hiding it.
Well, I guess first we'll talk about our D-Box experience with the movie.
Well, that shit is expensive.
Yeah. Let's start with that.
I paid for Lamb's tickets combined. It was like $42.
Yeah.
He's not joking.
Like,
I saw how much it was. I went, excuse me?
Yeah, it was like $20.
You're paying money for someone to shake your chair.
Exactly.
It's like you got like a Santa elf inside your chair, shaking it while you're watching the movie.
Santa elf. You mean
You've been a bad boy. Let me beat you with a stick.
You mean an elf in the show?
Elf in the shelf, yeah.
Just judges you all sitting there menacingly.
So the thing is, what you're telling me is like a little elf just pushing your seat.
Yeah.
Like he needs manpower, so he needs Jordan from Strangle, son.
Oh yeah.
Just shaking the seat. Call Juanísimo. You feel me? You good?
All the muscles.
Well, despite that, the experience was amazing. I mean, it doesn't matter if you do D-Box or not.
Personally, yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't really matter, but like it was worth. I thought it was like a stupid gimmick. Like we're just gonna go there and just gonna have vibrating chairs. Right? Massage chairs like in the mall, but like
I'll be honest, the way you sold it, Kevin, I thought it was gonna be like how we watched the No Time to Die 007 with the Dolby. Yeah,
but that was just because the surround sound shakes.
Yeah, but the chairs did vibrate. But not like D-Box. D-Box, no. Like if I had to describe the difference between the two, it's like Dolby was like for beginners, and the D-Box is for
experts. Moving chairs for experts. What the hell?
That doesn't make any sense. It's like mechanical bull.
And you're playing it
on
kid mode, and then you go to expert when you get to the D-Box. Because they let you choose how aggressive you wanted to be, and
how aggressive?
that was what the button was.
That is true.
That's what that button was on your right hand side, where it's like, do you want it light, super light, or like
all the way,
hard
hardcore,
aggressive, and my ass was like, I paid for this. I want it at the top. Shake me, baby, shake me.
The thing is, what you're telling me is you just want the max difficulty edition. Yes.
Theater mode.
Like I said, I want to feel them hits. I want you to hit me, goddamn.
Whoa, what?
All right, punch me. I want to feel it.
Oh, we are in down bad mode right now. Can't even blame.
I want to feel the wind as Spider-Man's web swinging through New York.
Oh, good luck with that. I don't know what chair does that for you.
You know what's funny? It's like the equivalent of like just playing Spider-Man on PlayStation 5 with the control scheme where it rumbles.
Well, yeah,
the
haptic feedback.
The haptic feedback is just the same thing. There's your little another analogy if you want to know what D-Box is. But Jacob, that was your first time in D-Box. I mean, personally, it's everybody's first time.
Yeah.
On the ride. So what do you thought of it before we go to the movie? Because that's what we really want to talk about.
Son, let me tell you, alright?
There's a build-up.
No, like, let me tell you, son.
We're just talking about the chair.
Yeah.
So I said, why is there a build-up? It's about the chair.
Bro.
It's about the chairs, right?
Bro. I sat in that chair like a kid, right?
Okay.
You know, just getting ready to watch the movie.
Why are you pausing in between like you sound like you're rapping? Like,
bro,
let him cook. Let him cook.
Son,
I'll throw you some spices. Let's go.
Son, I gotta put some seasoning in it. Alright, but like, you know, I sat in the chair like a kid, right? Just, I'm not prepared for what's gonna happen. I just, like, just seeing the wonder.
And this is before the movie.
Right. I'm over here just like, okay, what's going on? Alright. Then, the movie plays. I'm like, okay, I put it to the max. I got it. Reclining all the way back. Ooh, I'm set. I'm comfortable. Bro, when I felt those kicks, those punches, I felt like a man. I felt like I was there with Spider-Man. I felt like I was there with Miles. Just,
I'm right here.
No.
Not you.
Like, the thing is, I was right next to you, but forget that.
Wow. Okay.
But back to the scene at hand. So pretty much, all those kicks, those punches.
Did you say kicks or cakes?
Oh, no, those kicks and punches, to be exact.
Okay. All right.
So, I'm over here just feeling everything from the ambiance, the atmosphere, the music, the beats. I'm feeling all of that gracious movement, and I just feel like, man, just embracing every...
Again, we're still talking about the chair, right?
Yes. We're definitely talking about the chair.
Okay.
I'm not talking about
we're talking about the chair.
So
I feel like you're talking about the movie, and you're just skipping the chair.
No, the chair. I'm talking about the chair.
Bro, that sounds like you're talking about some woman.
Hey, man. I'll get to that later. But the thing
is, live. Y'all don't listen to that.
We're gonna get canceled by the end of this episode.
But pretty much,
such a great start.
But pretty much, I just felt the canvas. Just felt like everything was just suited for me to see on screen with this chair. I just felt like a good experience, well suited for a king, for a man. And, you know...
That's sexist.
Huh? But like, I just felt unique. I just felt like this was a unique experience.
All right, enough of you.
Whoa!
Let me cook. It's burnt!
So anyway, I just felt I'm just gonna do this debug experience for only Spider-Verse. Forget that. I'm using that. I'm saving up all my ticket money, son, for Spider-Verse only. That's it. Forget every other movie.
So it sold you? It sold you on the D-Box experience?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you did tweet the survey when we left.
Bro, I'll save that for later, son. Let's go. Let's carry on, okay? Miles, what was your experience with the D-Box?
You already said.
Yeah, boy.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
I would have paid another $20 for the 5D experience. I already told you.
Okay, sir.
I want someone to stand there with
Lord.
like fake web and
Whoa.
punch me when he's getting hit.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I want the full experience.
Good
Lamb,
lord.
what was your experience on the D-Box?
Man.
Was it worth the $40?
That you spent?
Yeah, I spent.
I'm gonna be real, dog. Like, okay, so it was mostly because I was sick prior to watching it that, like, the D-Box sort of messed with my heart a little bit. So I had to turn it down. But, like, during some moments, I did have it up, and while it was up, it was great. It was a nice feeling. It was nice to, like, to at least feel a little bit of the action while you're watching the movie, which is cool. But if I'm being real, that D-Box didn't do shit for me because I was too hyped.
Yeah,
Right.
you're your own D-Box.
I was legit my own D-Box.
So
Kevin paid money
I
for
paid
me
money
to be my own D-Box.
I paid money for
I
him
could've just sat in
to
the aisle.
enjoy the movie with, the movements of the chair. And instead, he's moving the chair for itself. He's doing it all by himself. I don't know. We didn't have to pay $40. We could have bought the regular seats and he would just jump around. Shaking the chair.
It was hype, bro.
So Kevin, now you know how it was like for me when I went to go see One Piece Red. How this man was acting next to me. I look over in 5 seconds. This man standing in the chair, sitting back down, standing up, going, "Woo!" Sitting back down.
There was one point when you were watching the movie that you did not use the recliner.
No, his chair was leaned back. The leg thing was up. He was sitting forward, going, "Holy crap!"
It looked like he was watching like a game or something, like an important battle.
Watching a Heat game.
And he was like, "Let's go! Oh shit!" And I'm like, "Bruh, you're being real ignorant."
I'm being ignorant. I'm sorry. I
There
apologize.
were a bunch of white kids beside us.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to act out of line.
Forget them kids.
Forget them kids, but damn, bro.
Like I feel like I almost ripped off like the leg part of the recliner.
I thought you did,
Bro, you at one point you stand up. Look, the greatest joy was watching. Look, I know we're skipping ahead a little bit, but the greatest joy is watching him towards the end of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh
for
yeah.
Sure. That was the best experience ever.
Yeah, but for me it was watching him.
That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah.
Specifically at the end of the movie.
Because I was in between Lamp and Jacob, so I got to see the whole Lamp experience.
I got for the brief moments of there was a build up. It built up so high. This man was already up. He's already for what's to come. And then when that final screen came up, which we'll save it when we talked about the movie. This man collapsed,
bro,
and deflated
like a balloon.
Like a balloon.
No, Jacob, I swear,
Didn't
look at me.
Didn't care.
Sat up like this and went no, and fell back into the chair.
This man deflated. He didn't care about what the music was playing. He didn't care about the amazing ending visuals. That was really cool. Very
artistic.
No, 007 inspired.
Oh yeah.
Type of ending credit. You know, he didn't care about none of that. He was like, why am I watching this movie?
Where am I? Who am I?
Who am I?
What day is it?
He pretty much had an existential crisis.
I think I did.
Bro, his soul left his body. It came back in when he was asking questions.
Yes.
Who? What? Where? Why? What? Is it over? Yes, it's over. Get up.
So, besides all of that, and if you don't guess how we're feeling about this movie, I mean, I don't know how you even still listening now, but this movie is amazing.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
23 ain't even over, and I'm already calling it film of the year.
Bro.
This is the best animated film. And before that, they were showing, we were talking about like all the other animated films that were showing up, and we're like, hey, what do you think of this movie? I don't know.
Crap.
Yeah, it's all right.
Double crap.
And then we watched the movie, and then we are like, forget these movies.
We don't need to see their movies.
Why are we gonna watch those movies?
Forget Elemental. Forget Kraken. The freak. Who are those movies?
Troll?
Man,
Troll what? Troll whatever?
Bro, leave it for the kids. I'm here for the man.
I'm sure he means the Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Jacob, you need to enunciate.
Oh, hey, sir. I
Please.
got too hyped right there, sir. Forgive me.
Yeah, no, so
Are you sure that's you, man? Because I'm pretty sure you got dethroned when we saw this movie. The hype man was sitting next to me and Kevin.
Hey, listen. I was overly composed, just taking in the atmosphere, the ambience, like I said earlier when I was talking about my experience in the D-Box scene. But, like, I enjoyed this, and I wanted to take in every experience. I mean, I wanted to get hyped, for sure. I was hyped in certain parts, but I'm going to save that for when I'm watching it again. I have to. I got to take in everything. I got to let it loose. You feel me?
Yeah, no, this movie was fantastic. I think, when we got out of the theater, I just looked at it like, I was like, listen, man, as animation, practitioners, right? Because we went, we went at steady animation, and watching this, bro, this was a master class,
bro,
right, of animation. Like, bro, it had every sort of style or genre, right, just colliding together. And supposedly it was not so, those things don't work together,
right?
But it just works,
mm-hmm.
And it's just an amazing visual spectacle experience, and the story, man, the story is good.
Oh man, that's the thing, bro. It's like going back to this question, right? Would you consider this movie better than Spider-Verse 1?
Yes.
By a mile. Not even. By
a
multiple
mile,
miles.
Yeah, no, it's better than the first one. It had a lot more.
It had way more to offer.
Way more to offer.
In terms of character, movie, music, characters, environments. Oh my God.
Because in the first one, it was, they were just experimenting. Like, let's see if we could do these graphic, these characters graphically, just like if we could mimic them.
Right.
Like in the comic books. And also, we're trying to mimic different other styles of animation.
Yeah, see how well they blend.
Like 2D, anime, all that stuff,
right.
And this one is like, all right, we know we could do that. Now we could be more artistic. We could put in styles that you've seen before in other animation works, but to see them, come together in a melting pot, bro, that is just brilliant.
Bro.
And Sony's been fucking up when it comes to animation, and somehow they just
coming back.
This is their golden child. This is their golden child.
They're just taking names, man, with the Spider-Verse, series of films. I just hope they don't. I bet you they're gonna fucking ruin it, but I hope they don't.
No,
I just hope they don't.
I hope they don't.
The ball in their hand right now is so valuable.
Yeah.
That the second they drop it, I don't even know how I'm gonna feel.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Like, it's terrifying to think how I'm gonna feel, because this movie is like a masterpiece.
Because take for example, right? When Spider-Verse came out, everybody was talking about it. Every other media, in terms of like animation studios, was taking notes on it.
Yeah.
It's like you got Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. Well, yeah, Puss in Boots 2, The Last Wish, right? And then
that was the highlight. Like, wow, all right, I see how it is. Taking notes, okay.
And then like you've got like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie coming out. That thing looks promising, of course. And you got many more that's probably in the groundworks right now that we don't know nothing about. But just like they've all taken inspiration from Spider-Verse. Now they know, oh yeah, that thing cooked. We got to cook something to laugh on. We got to do something.
Because everybody's copying our sign right now.
Ooh, that's the thing.
And they went into that kitchen and they did not disappoint. I ate that shit. Oh,
bro, they brought you a full course meal,
bro.
So good that when we walked out, we're like, oh, we haven't eaten. We're hungry for real food, but we're full. on the food that they gave us.
I never felt this before. Like, so, yes, most movies do, but like, I never thought like after watching a movie, I immediately want to buy another ticket to watch it.
Bro,
yeah,
it's been
I think that's the first time I ever felt like I want to do that.
It's been a long time since this happened to me.
Yeah, I legit like right now. I haven't gone to the theater yet, but I've been thinking like, okay, when is my chance to sneak in so I could go watch the movie again? It's just that great,
bro. You know what it felt like? This is just in my mind, right? It just felt like, for example, if the second Spider-Verse, right, that came out, and then the other part for it came out, back to back, oof, I'm watching this, other ticket, next. I wanted that. It felt like that experience. I wanted to watch the next movie quick.
I want to pre-order the ticket if I could.
Bro.
Yeah.
It didn't even come out yet. It didn't even announced yet.
No,
they announced it. Like,
yeah, announced. It's coming out
March.
It's coming out March of the next year. Yeah, man. It's like, come on, let's go. Let's go. I want to see how that picks
I'm
up again.
I'm gonna sit away
buy
from
some
y'all.
Jordans just for that movie. Just buy the Jordans just for that movie. You're wearing those just for this movie. God damn right, I'm wearing J's for this movie. I'm representing.
Yeah, I'm wearing Jordans for real. So.
All of us walking in with the same color Jordans just walks.
All right, we'll all save $1,000. They're like $500 a piece.
Bruh. Now, you already know this year's Comic Con's gonna be mad swarmed with like all the Spider-Man references. Man.
Oh my god!
Everyone from what was it? Hobby. Everyone
Hobart, Hobby.
What's the Indian one? I forgot his name, but he was a great character.
Oh, yeah,
I want to see more of him.
Same.
All the Spider-Man.
Yeah, just all of them. Most of the ones that played the role.
Yeah, that had a part.
Yeah. So
speaking part.
Yeah, speaking role. Because they all play their roles and they all played it well enough that I want to see more of them.
Spoilers!
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Fuck it.
Warning you now. We are warning you now.
Sorry.
We are going to spoil this. So if you're still here, you're an idiot.
Yeah, listen.
Hey, sir,
listen.
don't talk to our viewers like that.
You're an idiot. Get out.
Listen, we're holding back so much because this is just a lot.
Look, Jacob's usually the hype
and
man, but that's all of us today.
Yes.
And if we're gonna express like how we feel about this movie, we gotta spoil it. That's
of course.
There's no way.
No, there is none.
There is no way. So
the beginning.
The visuals first.
All right.
Let's start with visuals. Let's do story at the end.
Oh god, that's where it really hits. All right.
In
terms of visuals,
yes.
This is literally if you took Into the Spider-Verse and just like updated it to like the
ninth degree.
Yeah, just that you just upgraded Spider-Verse. That's like evolution of Spider-Verse. So the visuals is already like perfected. They already know what they're doing. They're experimenting with it more. They're expanding it as well, and they're just having fun with it. So that's why everything visually is it's not just eye candy, but it's also like it's the whole mood of the movie. Yeah. Like you can't like the movie will still be great, but it's made even better because the visuals are so good.
Yeah, it literally takes the term "it's a vibe."
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the movie is legit a vibe.
Visuals is basically if you ever open up like what's it called, a visualizer from like any media software that plays music, and it just like shows you like all the vivid colors and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
it's basically
this is what you could
the
do.
movie.
Yeah,
but just well done. And the amount of times I wish I could just nut. Like,
whoa!
And you were getting on to me earlier.
Bro.
So needless to say, I had to spray your chair down afterwards, right?
Yeah.
The amount of time. What?
Like, I've had my eyes, like, stimulated with, like, beautiful visuals from both video games and
the first
media.
comment you just made, I wouldn't say the word stimulated.
Hey, listen, doesn't matter. Keep rolling. Keep going.
Oh, God.
What I'm watching even from the beginning of the movie, like the scenes are so simple, but like, oh my god! And then when it actually gets to like the point where they're really giving you the visuals,
yeah,
it hits. Like it hits like. I don't know how to put it in fucking words right now, man.
It's like fireworks.
It's crazy because, like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, even like after like we seen it like a week ago. Then I don't know when you guys are gonna be seeing this. Hopefully as soon as possible. But like we've had time to like really digest it. Like we couldn't even do the podcast right after because we our minds were like fucking scattered.
Yeah,
like we were just like all over. Like we couldn't do shit about it.
Yeah.
And even now I feel like I can't even like
Focus.
like no. Like I can't
articulate
even
the you can't even articulate this movie.
I can't because like it's
This man walked out. He couldn't even tell me what 2 + 2 was. That's
3?
how fried he was.
But that thing was 3, son.
and it's crazy because like I know some people are gonna be like, yo, it's just visual. It's not that crazy. But like
No,
when
the
you're
experience we had.
when you're making a movie and you want the movie to be like right for both the character, the story, the music, and everything has to work with each other. It's like a cog in the system. If one fails, the other blemishes are going to show itself.
Yeah.
So the fact that everything is just molded up together just perfectly, and maybe not everybody gonna see it as perfect, but like,
yeah,
it's to me it's done just perfectly. Yeah, I perfect is just a strong word to like
to give a
movie, but I can't. I believe like even to this day. I can't give it anything less of a praise than just perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's just well done.
Yeah. I don't know who the hell in the visual department is saying like, yo, make this color like this or make this scene like this. But whoever the fuck that person is, Sony,
give him a raise.
You better be on your knees, dog.
Give him the sloppy toppings. Yeah.
Give him them Sony appliances, boy.
Alright, I'ma head out.
Yeah. I was like, yo, this movie changing me, dog. I'm telling you.
Bro, I mean, yeah, man. I get you.
Oh, yeah.
You two stay away.
Yeah, no, the visuals, man, like I said before, is just crazy. You know, when I say it's a melting pot, it's a melting pot. Like, it has everything from 3D, 2D, they have watercolor, they have, exactly, mixed media, they have live action, they have everything, every single thing you can think of, animation-wise, even video games, it's in there. It's just in there. And, you know, it is a love letter for all the Spider-Mans. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it just delivers on that. And, I mean, but it's like just tons of information overload. You know, it's just a lot. There's a lot that happens in that movie that, you know, besides that, the quiet parts in this movie, the quiet parts here are just, oh my God, stellar. Just stellar, you know, not just in case of story, but just the scenery and the way they just, you know, they just never settle. They put something different, you know, whether it's a different shot, whether it's acting, whether it's putting different effects. It gives you something different every time. And it just builds. It builds from that. Yeah, this movie is it's just a masterclass of animation, and you know I'm sitting there like, fuck, bro, give me a job.
You like just to piggyback on that, right? When I finished watching it, right, visual wise, everything like that, there's like a sense of clarity, everything included in that sort of realm of art, right? I just thought back to my seat. I was just like, what am I doing with my life? Why can't I join this project? Why can't I do something? I know, like, we have these moments in our lives where we're just like, okay, well, I'm going to do this, but I need motivation, I need inspiration. I need to get that creativity sense to just get my stuff working. But life is in a way that like that, that Everest Institute commercial. You feel me? It's like you up in your seat, you feel me? It's like I really at that moment I was like, I cannot play any game. Why am I witnessing one of the best forms of animation possible? I need to grasp everything that I've learned from watching this experience. I was left with a void after the movie ended. I was like, I need more. Sorry, Netflix. You come up with some hits. Mitchell's vs. the Machines. That was good. But I need more, bro. I need to eat. I need Dominican food. I need Colombian food.
Damn.
I need Indian food.
Brother, stop.
Son, I need to eat with all this art flavor, bro. Everything was universal in that sense. I need that now. And bro, man, I was just left breathless, man.
You sound winded,
bro. Bro, like I didn't know what my life was anymore after watching that movie, bro. I was like, I'm living in a time now where this movie was made.
Yeah, and it's a movie that it can never be made. Like 2 or 3 years ago. Like even in the original Spider-Verse, it was like, oh, we're just gonna make a Spider-Man movie. Mm-hmm. An animated Spider-Man movie. Mm-hmm. It looks visually cool, but we don't know yet. Right. When they were showing it when we were at school actually, and we're like, yo, this movie looks cool, and we're like, but I don't know. It's like I don't know because it's you see concepts, and rarely concepts come to life. It again delivers. Anything for you?
You guys said a lot, but
no. What you say for yourself? Like,
I mean, just from the very beginning, from like to share my whole experience, it's got to be like the whole thing, like the D-box from the very beginning when
just Gwen's drumming and you just feel it in the seat. I was like, okay. First of all, first time in the D-box, I was like, holy crap, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And then just the way the cinematography was done, even though it's animated, it's just like from a film buff's perspective. Just overall, like the way they had the camera shots, the angles, everything was just amazing. Like that scene when Miles is rushing to run home.
Oh man.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up, dog.
Bro,
yo.
First I thought I was tripping. I was like, what is all these visuals? Oh, these are his thoughts.
Yes.
I was like, oh crap, this is cool. Oh, that lady's dead. That's cool. You're bringing her back up. She got hit by a bus. I remember her. But like the whole thing that like the villain Spot just got him thinking the entire time, like oh, you made me into this. I don't know who you are. He gets that power up. It's like, oh crap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so Spot, the villain Spot. I mean, talk about a villain that was he's kind of like a C tier villain, and man, this movie really elevates him to something else.
Bro,
yeah.
Menacing. Oh my god.
He was so silly, and then at the end you're like, bro, this he's a problem.
Yeah,
he's a menace,
bro. Oh my gosh, man.
He's quickly become a problem. So that
and what's up?
No, let's stay.
Oh, what I think about the Spot. I'm not really like the comic book head like that. So like even like with the character like the Spot, I promise you, when the Spot came in, I was like, yo, this guy has a cool ability, you know? Mm-hmm. I personally did not think he was going to be the main antagonist of the movie. Mm. I don't know if they showed it in the trailers at all, but I doubt that. I always doubt that he was going to be like the main antagonist of the entire story. I didn't think he was going to be even that important at all. But I mean, just like you give him his backstory, and it's so it's so regular.
Yeah,
like it's nothing regular. Crazy. Yeah, and it's something that I personally respect because I like making characters that are regular that goes beyond
an amazing beyond
change. To grow into like something more than themselves. So knowing the fact that, obviously spoilers, but knowing that the fact that he was just that dude in the back that got hit by a donut.
A bagel.
I'll say, yeah, a bagel. And he became Spider-Man's, and in his eyes, Miles' eyes, a villain of the week, which I thought he was a villain of the week.
Mm-hmm. Which he was a villain
of the week, and then he grew to be this kind of multi-dimensional godlike being, and all because, and like his whole motivation is just revolves around Miles and how he treated him.
Yeah,
pretty much. He threw a bagel at him. He was stuck in the what was it? The reactor?
The collider.
The collider. Yeah, he was stuck in the collider when it first blew up. During the first movie, I think like that's only like the little weird part, because like, even though, like, yeah, they went back and referenced about the bagel thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I remembered him being in I thought everybody would already be evacuated.
No, I think that's something they
point.
added, but I feel like because he's supposed to be a character that is a nobody
in the background,
background.
True, yeah.
So just adding that, just be like, okay, all right, I get it.
Yeah, I can easily dismiss that as that, but. Other than that, it's just like he's fun. For a Spider-Man villain, he is fun, and I would love all the Spider-Man villains to be like that. We don't always get them as fun as he is, but like he knows how to have fun.
Yeah.
Like how he just like pops in and out. Like once he gets used to like controlling his power, then he's just like going all over the place. Like, oh, I could do this shit. Oh, right. I could do this shit. And in terms of like
he showed up in the Venom universe and took the gum.
Oh yeah.
I love how Mrs. Chen was just like, I'm used to this shit. He didn't even flinch. He's like, you seem used to this. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some weird shit, bro.
Look, I saw a guy eat a dude's face in front of me, so I mean.
You were just
you are the villain of the week.
You're just another Tuesday. So yeah, I think the spot, like, even though he didn't get much of screen time for this movie, he is going to be big.
Yeah.
In Beyond the Spider-Verse. And I'm looking forward to like how, because like once he turned black, he was.
He will be back though.
That was stupid.
Hey man, he went to get some milk, but he came back. He coming back, so for
sure. He just really is Miles off right now.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
Bro, straight up.
Yeah, so I guess we're going into characters. Mm-hmm. So, what do you think of Miles? Let's just start with Miles and then we go to all the other characters.
He grew. He grew.
No, he grew up. Visually, he looks stellar. Like, they really updated his character model.
He's not my son no more. He's a young man.
He's growing up.
He's growing up.
As Miles is just, I'm happy. Like, I don't want to jump too far, but like, I'm like, the way he handled a lot of the situations in this movie was so grown up of him.
Oh man.
And it fit his character so well, because like he was still lost, but he wasn't like, he was still like confused, but he wasn't lost.
Yeah.
So like, he didn't know what was going on, but he knew what he had to do, what he wanted to do. Mm-hmm. He wasn't gonna be like, oh, I can't do this because I don't know how to do this. I want to be like this Spider-Man, like how he was in the first movie. He knew how he wanted the situation to end, and he would fight. He just went there fighting to get that ending, regardless. So like, for Miles, yeah, he definitely stepped up from the hero he was in the first movie. Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, he definitely became the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That needed.
Right. Oh my god.
Jacob.
When it comes to Miles,
not this Miles.
I know. I was gonna.
He's great too, though.
Yeah.
You know what? Goodbye.
But you are.
Yeah. Come on. But like, yeah, when it comes to him as a character and Spider-Man as a whole, I feel like he's been doing a lot of like maturing. It's like initially in the first movie, he was just in his way, kind of lost where he wanted to do. I mean, he lost somebody close to him later on, and he just kind of like kind of knew that he had to take the steps to become somebody full of responsibility for the city, for himself, etc. And with this one, taking his mom's word into consideration about being, if he doesn't belong anywhere, oh my gosh, that just look out for yourself. Oh man, that thing kind of held true because I kind of remember in certain situations where kind of resembled some parts of my life where I was just like, I just felt like, I'm an awkward kid. I just didn't know where I wanted to do with my life. I'm just like by myself. All I had with myself was just like my art, my passion. And then it just resonated with me with Miles because he was just like, well, yeah, I'm going to do me regardless. Even if the odds are stacked against me. I got it. I got me. So I was like, this man, I'm going to say it later in this reveal side. This man had all the odds stacked against him. Up and above. He went through it all, conquered, and took some meat at the side. Took some food at the side.
He's burning it again. He's burning it.
I think he's trying to explain without going too far. I think
he played too much Street Fighter earlier. He's still on that hype train.
Bro. Oh my gosh, man! He was just still on that level of he was pretty much a beast basically. He just held it to his own standards, his own willpower, and just made it out. But later on, oof.
You seem I was more reflective towards you, huh?
Oof, bro.
Miles, what do you think of Miles?
What do I think of Miles? I don't know, Miles. What do you think of Miles?
Okay. It's a never-ending contundra.
Well, it doesn't have to be Miles. It could be other characters too.
Well, if we're starting with Miles, let's see. Physically, he grew. You could tell he's taller when he's standing next to his parents as a Spider-Man. Because before, I was like, what was he, 13, 14 or something in the first movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much time has passed now, but he's
I think a year and a few months.
He got a hell of a growth spurt from that spider bite, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see that he's now in the regular Spider-Man arc where he's struggling to balance school and regular life responsibilities while also trying to be Spider-Man.
Right.
And his family just thinks, oh, he's goofing off, doing nothing, which was some of the struggles that Peter Parker had to deal with as Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. He's like, no, you guys don't understand. I'm busy actually doing good things to help people, but I can't tell you what they are because if I do, my enemies are going to come after you.
Exactly, and you don't want that.
And so, that part was good. I liked it. I'll tell you, my favorite interaction at the very beginning was when his dad is opening up to Spider-Man, and he's like, I just don't get him anymore. And he whispers under his breath, maybe get off his ass. He's like, what is that? He's like, maybe you need to let him spread his wings. I just love how quick he went. He went straight up like, what? What'd you say? And he's like, I loved that part at the very beginning. But, when they were sitting there talking, I loved how he was like, and then this is a lot of things that I hear from people who are parents and just in general, you think you understand being a parent, and then you don't. Mm-hmm. And I felt like that was a great bonding moment between Miles and his dad, even though his dad didn't know it was, Miles. But I felt like that was a good bonding moment, just a good lesson just to have taught there without forcing the lesson, and which I've seen in a few movies recently. It's just like, hey, this is something, that just happens in life. You're a parent, you're struggling with your job, with your family, and you just want to be there for your kid.
There's no after school special where they have to sit down like, listen, son.
Right.
Life is just a pile of shit.
Yeah, but they did that in such a beautiful way that it wasn't just force feeding it to you, and that's why I love that scene so much. It really put that there for you to just enjoy it, not like, hey, here's this, here's your next meal. Exactly. Jacob's still cooking this food. Here, keep eating.
Yeah, his parents were real.
And just, I love the part when he goes to the 2099 universe, and they all before they jump him, and they're all telling him hey, this needs to happen to you, and he's like, what do you mean? Why does this have to happen? Why can't Spider-Man just be Spider-Man? And like, look, this is what has to happen. And we're basically forcing him to do it, and star of the show, Javi's like, use your hands.
Right, bro. Oh, man.
Use your hands. Not your fingers, use the whole hand.
Bro.
I love that part when he all looked at him and they're all like, get him! And he's like, I'm a dip! I love how he paused as they were ready to jump him. He's like, okay, bye! But that part when they're taking the train up to the moon,
Oh, my
and he
God.
kicks Miguel off, and you see Peter from the first movie and Gwen, and they're all looking at him, and he's like, you guys are telling me how to do this. Nah, I'm gonna do it my way. And he just jumps off the train. Full freaking Mission Impossible style.
Bro.
It's a badass moment.
That was such a bad.
Bro.
No, the best moment from that is when, after Gwen shot him with the web to catch him, he looked at her and he was like, nah, girl, you broke my trust, and ripped it off and just kept diving.
Bro.
That. Well, for me, Miles. No, he was great. Like, I related a lot to him, especially because he has, a Latin mom.
Yes.
I have a Latin mom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So all that stuff that's happening, all that, yeah, relate 100%. Everything they were saying, doing, like, yeah, I can't speak much of his praise. You guys, again, like, I'm copying this guy. Is like y'all say a lot, So
Passion, man.
Did you notice that scene when he met Miguel for the first time? He's like, "Hey, Tio." I'm like, did he just call him uncle?
yeah, he called him uncle.
He's like, I got you an empanada. He snatched that shit. I just imagine when they cut the frame out of the frame, you just see Miguel in the background.
Well, he snatched it and he threw it out. He threw it, and we picked it up. He just ate it. Nah, but yeah, and so to pivot to Gwen Stacy, that man, to how they define her in this movie is great. Awesome.
They built her character up too.
Yeah, build her up. She starts in the beginning of the movie.
Yep.
Giving her
We start with
flashback.
her watching not just her flashback, but we saw her how she had her own intro with the drums. And this is where the D-box came in.
I mean, you saw me,
Saw
Jacob.
her.
I was drumming with her. I was like,
She was drumming, and you see the drum beats, and I was like, okay, and you just feel it with the chair. And I'm like, all right, okay, we're doing something.
All right.
Okay, and yeah, no, her relationship with her dad, being accused of murdering her best friend, Peter Parker.
not Spider-Man Peter Parker.
This one.
Gwen's Spider Gwen's Peter Parker.
Who is in that universe?
Never got bit.
Who's the alligator?
He was.
He turns into a lizard.
He turns into the lizard. Yeah.
He took like the same serum as Doc Connors, but his was more like if he took the
Yeah.
Killer Croc dose.
Yeah, to explain the Gwen universe, cause I kind of like the Gwen universe, is that Peter is the lizard, and Daredevil is the main bad guy. He's the kingpin of that world.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. So no, but I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, that's the thing.
Yeah.
There's just a lot.
Yeah, it's
they
a
could
lot.
pull.
Yeah.
But no, but her characterization and like in the whole scene again, like we were talking about earlier about the visuals, her emotional scenes with her father using those
Pastel colors.
pastel water brush,
Oh my God.
where it goes with color and then eventually turns into just pure white for nothingness. To represent like just a loss or void. It's just amazing. I can't. There's nothing I can say. There's just a lot. There's still a lot to unpack.
Right.
And and they really put a lot for her to be her own person. And you end up like believing everything she like felt and the relationship between both her and Miles were like the most
Realistic,
the most realistic. Not realistic, but it just has chemistry,
Natural.
like
Yeah.
natural, just natural chemistry that you don't really see in a lot of, especially animation.
Yeah.
When they have scenes like that,
Romance.
as well as scenes with their parents.
Yeah.
Like there's just this chemistry with these characters, even the side characters that don't have a lot of screen time and a lot of time to be with them. You feel them naturally being with these characters or being involved with them. You know, it doesn't feel like they're far away.
It's like for me, right? It's like piggyback on what you were saying. It's like in modern animation. I would say, give or take, cartoons or different sort of medias in that sort of regard. It's like when you have a parental figure, right? Sometimes you'll have these moments where the parental figure is sort of like goofy or etc., and then they have like a tender moment between their child. But at the same time, they kind of like go into this episodic route where it just like reverts their character progress.
Yeah.
So with this one, it just kind of like spoke to a different level. It's just like, oh man, I could relate to this. The quiet moments where they were just like soaking in the atmosphere, like, I did this to you. I know I did wrong. Da da da. I know what I need to do now. I forgive you, in a sense where it's not really spoken to, but you know, it, like you can just tell with them verbatim that they know that they could move forward from this and be way better than before.
Yeah, those quiet moments
Bro.
is another thing that impressed me a lot because
Yeah.
you don't see that.
You don't see them
Like,
done well.
Listen, the only time you see quiet moments in animation is if you watch an anime movie from Miyazaki or Satoshi Kon. You know, they're the master of creating the atmosphere of character dialogue and language where sometimes you don't need to say that you're wrong. Your look, your demeanor, your actions are just breathing. You can feel these characters, and you see them, but only in those films or filmmakers, in a lot of regular movies, but you don't see them a lot in animation. And those two directors, to me, are the only animators. Don't want to generalize it, calling it anime, right? Mm-hmm. Those animators were the ones that really perpetuate that. And to see a Spider-Man movie, and not just a Spider-Man, an animated Spider-Man movie, do those things, act like a normal movie, not just this family film, action film, adventure. It's a legit film. It's a film, and I can't. It's just too much.
I know. I get you.
And those are the things that I always enjoy. Whenever whenever in an animated film, and Puss in Boots too have those.
Yeah, for sure.
When they take the time to just make the character just breathe and be a person. Automatically. Huh?
Orgato.
Yes. When they do that, they will win. That will win me over. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't care if there's explosions and there's stuff, that fights, that whole rescue scene in the beginning, when they go to the first universe, right?
The museum fight?
No, not the museum fight. When they went to the Spider-Man in India.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh man.
That scene
that was
where
cool.
they were rescuing people. That first scene, that's really cool with the buildings falling, toppling, right? You don't see that, but like, even those are impressive shots. But again, when they just sit and just quiet moments, that scene when she Gwen Stacy. I know I'm going back, going all over the place, but
no, you're good.
But when Gwen Stacy makes up with her father, it's like, all right, give this shit an Oscar and call it a day. All right, we're done.
It kind of gives you a lesson in how to rebuild family bonds and trust.
Oh yeah,
almost like a life lesson on it.
Yeah, I know we're jumping around, but like for those of you who want to know what this movie is about, it really is about family. It's about family and parenting. Mostly it's parenting, you know. Like it's parenting and your actions versus what people expect you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know. So that's what the movie is ultimately all about, and it just perfectly illustrates that.
And to be real, like, you should just watch the movie yourself. Like, really. Like, we don't have to, like, sit there and, like, explain to you, like, what the movie's about. You need to. I think it's, like, very necessary for you to, like, watch this movie. But, I just want to say something real quick about Gwen. Her character, like you guys said, it's been super well done.
Yeah.
I have no complaints about her character whatsoever. Her introduction scene was clean. I love the fact that we're getting a different glimpse of someone else's life as Spider-Man. Right. So you usually see Peter Parker, we see Miles, and now we're seeing Gwen's on, seeing how she's handling her situation, how her end is holding up, and it's not as good as Miles is from his beginning, because like Miles is a little bit more comfortable and confident in what he could do, and Gwen is
because he's not supposed to be.
Yeah. But even then, like, you know, Gwen is still like struggling between like doing what she wants to do, which is being in the band, and you know, confronting her father with like, you know, the whole like problem with Peter and him trying to find the killer. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like the entire museum scene, which was like in the first, like, I think like the first 20 minutes of the movie, or even like the first 10 minutes of the movie.
The first 10
was awesome.
Was
visually.
It was like literally.
Gold.
Yes. It was like the line.
Made of paper.
Like, you know how you have to set the bar at a certain point of the movie where you're like, all right, this is like the peak of the movie.
Yeah.
The movie peaked right there at the first 5 minutes. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That action scene is the equivalent of the final action scene in the first movie, the last action scene of the first movie.
Bro.
Look, listen.
And they put that in the first scene.
I'm gonna say it right now.
Yes.
That movie, that introduction movie, was damn near the equivalent of Endgames. The big battle scene. Like, I love my crossovers. Endgame is still probably one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Because I love when they bring characters together from different worlds and just put them in like one big story to like do this epic battle. I love collaboration, all that stuff, whatever. But like just that scene and the fact that you even got the introduction of Miguel and Spider-Woman coming in to help Gwen because of the whole, and Vulture was fucking phenomenal. Like design wise, he looked like a fucking blueprint because he came from a different world that was like more comic book aesthetic, but they melded it 2D with 3D.
He came from the Renaissance.
He came from the Renaissance world.
Oh, where?
Yeah.
That's why he looked like cardstock.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's why he looked like, you know, cardstock and the hard sketches.
Yeah,
like
but you guys peeped like how he was both 2D and 3D too. Like whenever they were like doing like pan shots with like rotation shots with like Gwen and him like close together, and
I love the part Gwen's like, let me guess, you were sipping coffee, and then the next thing you know, a portal opens up.
You know, like, and it's great too because like all Spider-Man had their weird quirks and all that stuff, and it's like it's cool seeing, you know, Miguel doing it sometimes, even though he's not trying to, but he still has it in his system.
I love it.
And everybody's just doing it.
I love that scene from Peter Parker's like, I thought Spider-Man's supposed to be funny.
Yeah, he's just a stick in the mud.
I love how he's like, hold my baby, and his face is just dead ass. Holding the baby,
like,
and he's like,
seen some shit.
I love when Peter gets the baby sitting there holding him holding May for like a few seconds, and then hands it back to Peter, like, get this thing off.
And I want to get to Peter B. Parker so badly, but I just want to finish.
By the way, he's the best Spider-Man.
He's the best. He's the best Spider-Man ever.
He's the best dad.
He is my favorite Spider-Man. Like, I promise you, This man has so much confidence in Miles. He's not even taking the situation seriously like that, dog. He brought his baby to a war, dog. Like, what?
No, he brought her to the war 3 times. Remember that ending?
Yeah.
When they all jumped to go help him?
Like, don't come on with one to battle. Like,
little baby May went like this. She put her little knit spider mask on. She's like, Papa, I'm ready. Let's go.
Papa, let's knock some heads, Papa.
She's like, I'm gonna be like the Miles Morales video game. I'm gonna be like the Spider-Man cat. I'm gonna help you do that takedown.
With my webby webbies.
My webby webbies.
I love it where it's like, I knew I was gonna regret making her that web shooter. But like getting to Peter P. Parker, that scene when he was having a talk with Miles, he's like, hey man, I'm on your side, blah blah blah. And Miguel's like, bitch, I know where you're at. and Miles,
we got him.
Miguel, Miles looked at him like, seriously, guy? He's like, I forgot this was on me, man. I'm seriously trying to help you.
But even that, it didn't like sway him at all. Because even when they was on this train,
hold on, we should explain how they got trapped.
Right, true.
So they went to the Spider-Man Society.
Right.
Which, at the very end, episode 1, you see Miguel, Spider-Man 2099, make a wristwatch that can travel through Spider-Verse. So that's how he started making it.
And he gives it to Spider-Mans that he feel they are worthy of it. So.
And pretty much in that scene, when the museum scene, like the first 5 minutes of the movie, or first 10 minutes of the movie, Gwen goes through, like, that's when she goes through her trouble with her dad.
Yeah.
And, oh god, that was so good too.
Bro.
Like, it was heartbreaking seeing, like, how he had to, like, really put his gun on his daughter. I'm like, bro, you really gonna, like, America this right now?
You a policeman right now?
You really got a policeman right now?
Resisting, bang!
Like, yo, he really didn't, like, absorb the fact that this woman who, killed Peter Parker is my daughter, or quote unquote killed Peter Parker with my daughter. Like,
who's the best? Hold up now, you put out false information there.
Son,
who's the best friend?
His best friend. Like, it's like, yo, father man, like, bro, just sit down, dog. Like, think, please. You shaking, Vulture over here flying around. Right. But like, yeah, she had that problem with her dad, Miguel, and I love that whole scene when they were like fighting together. I need to watch that movie again, man. All the fight scenes in that movie was godlike. I love it all. And after she revealed herself to her dad, Spider-Woman was pretty much what's the word? Coaching or
mentor?
Well, she was the mentor of Gwen, but she also like kind of persuaded Miguel to like let her join the society and give her the watch so she could like leave let this mend for a while so she could go be a Spider-Woman or be a Spider-Man like in the multiverse because it's fucking up right now. Yeah. And then, she goes see Miles, but she's actually going after the Spot because he's an anomaly. He's going all these universal things. Miles follows her. She kind of fucks up, and they go to the whole Spider-Verse thing where they go chase Spot first, and that's when they go meet the Indian Spider-Man. Yeah. They fight the Spot there. We didn't even talk about fucking Hobbs.
Bro.
Hobie.
Hobart. Yeah. Hobart.
You ain't even talk about homie. He's just the best.
You say Spider-Punk.
Spider-Punk is just the coolest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life.
Bro, same.
Like his outfit was already cool. His attitude was the coolest. And when he took out his mask, I just fucking loved it.
I love that part. He's like, I've been a runway model, I've been this model, I hate the AM, I hate the PM. I'm like, oh, this guy is cool. And then he takes the mask off, and Miles is like, how are you even cooler without the mask? He's like, I was this cool all the time.
It makes no sense why he's so cool, though.
He's so cool. Like, his animation design, my gosh, his silhouette, the fact that they make him like those punk posters.
Yeah. Like the Sex Pistols?
Like, no, it's just punk posters in general. Like, all of them. As his aesthetic is awesome.
Bro, like, when he went on screen, bro, it just felt like his design, everything was just capturing everything about him. And then also is like his consistency. Oh my gosh! It felt like most of his animation, his like form was kind of resisting against his like usual form too.
Yeah.
It's just like he was still resisting within his own.
His animation was rebellion.
Yeah. Yo, that's so cool.
It works for his personality.
Yeah.
Because it's that whole punk era.
Bro.
Holy shit, that's
I love that part when him and Miguel, he's like Miguel's tearing into Gwen and then Miles, and then he looks to Javi and he goes, and you. Honestly, I don't have time for you. And he's like, and then Javi's like, I'm not even here, man.
Oh man, like for me, Javi, like, oh man, he just captured that sense of, you know what, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. I'll do it myself. And so it's like him just kind of guiding Miles throughout in increments, and also snatching like all these technological thingamabobs, right? Just to do something later with it.
Bro, he ripped the thing off the wall, and Miles is like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Don't worry about it, man."
Bro, he was thinking way before, bro. Bro, man,
don't play him in chess.
He is playing.
Do not play him in chess.
He was playing chess. Everybody played chess.
Bro, he was playing the Star Trek 3D chess.
Oh my god.
Just like 5 moves ahead of Spock, my guy.
I feel you, Jacob. I know.
It's like I want to just spill everything that I have in my chest about every single moment. I can't do that because we have a time limit. So it's just like, but like with him,
Take your time.
Don't worry, we'll get
keep your
there.
eye on the pot, man. You're gonna burn it.
it's like, most of the Spider-Mans are smart, right?
Yes.
But it's like when you watch other cartoons, it's like you have these smart characters that they usually have this trope where it's just like, oh man, I have this scientific blah, 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 that you can't understand. Oh man, I don't understand you. Can you just speak English, please? That stupid trope. Here, I was dumbfounded. I was like, you did this in the beginning? You're smart as heck, bro. Can you do my homework, bro? It's like, bro, like, they was everything. Like, bro, the thing is, I love it when they do smart characters well, to the point where...
Jacob came up to this man and said, can I copy your homework?
Can I copy your homework? Are you talking about the animators or the actual character?
Bro, I think he's talking about both.
Bro, it's like, bro, please. Bro, oh my god. It's like,
that scene when Spider-Woman came in at the museum,
yeah.
and she's like, can you adopt me? That's Jacob right
Bro.
now.
Bro, oh my gosh. It's like, when you know a team of collective individuals, right? And then they put that work into the screen, into their work.
Bro, they put a lot of work.
And you're just like, how did you manage to do this? Did you just talk to God real quick to give you all this gifts? It's like, bro, like...
Heavens parted and said, do it.
Bro, how is this possible as a human being? Bro, did you go to CERN and just went to the particles and generator? What? Did you go to Steins Gate? Yo. So, I'm like, you guys, I've never felt so conflicted in my life watching a movie like this and wanting more. Wanting to see the thought process behind it. Wanted to think, because I already pre-ordered the art book.
Damn.
I don't play. So it's like, I'm over here just trying to absorb any ounce of technique. Like squeezing the juice out of a grapefruit. You feel me? So it's like, I'm like,
grapefruit.
I'm like, I can't fathom just how much work, just how much talent, how much trial and error they just had to go through just to make everything right. And then, one thing I was kind of like digging, right? You know the Lego scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear the story behind that?
Yes, I heard. Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you tell me.
So pretty much like a 14-year-old kid did that scene. And he pretty much just like had his own YouTube channel. He did the Spider-Verse 1 trailer, did it all in Lego. And then they was like, oh, we like this. Hey, come on, do a scene for us for this movie. Bruh, this man said, okay, after my homework. I was like, hey, you the GOAT! You the GOAT!
why he's MVP. That's why he's the GOAT.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
That's why Spider-Man 99 trusts
the Lego.
The Lego
Oh,
Spider-Man.
2099, that's why he said, that's why you're my favorite.
Bro.
Oh my god. He said that. Alright, I thought that was my homework.
Speaking of 2099, bro, when you find out what happened to him, you know, because I was talking to someone else who watched the movie.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I don't remember him being this Jack at the end of the first movie. I was like, depression's a hell of a drug.
All right.
And let's see, what did he have to do after that
I
event?
mean,
He hit them weights.
well,
He hit them weights.
wait, well, I mean, it's not that. Oh, how did he get Jack? I mean, it's like, if we got more money, let's see if we could improve on his
No,
design.
but just not just that. I think it works that well if that's the actual case, because if you think about it, it makes him look more like a beast.
Yeah.
Because I will say this is what I loved about, because I mean, you saw me freaking out in the museum seeing Jacob.
Of course.
I was like, yes, they're doing him justice. They're doing him justice. They're doing the way you see his claws, because he doesn't stick to the 2099 does not stick to the wall like Spider-Man. He actually digs claws into it.
Yeah.
That's why when he was chasing after Spider-Man on the train, he was literally ripping the metal out.
Bro.
And that scene when you saw him go full vampire mode, what it is it's like he injects venom into them and it like paralyzes them.
Bro.
That's why I was telling you, when you first see him in the beginning, you see him like injecting himself with that.
Yeah.
It's to keep him from going like Super Spider-Man, like full spider, like mutant creature.
That's so fucking cool.
That's why I was like, when he was getting mad, his eyes were turning red. I was like, oh, it's color aesthetic. I was like, no, that's actually the drugs wearing off. Get him his antidote right now. That's why I was freaking out. I was like, get him his drug. Get him his drug.
So, I mean, you know, but Miguel, though, he is a tragic character to unpack.
Oscar Isaac, my guy.
Bro.
Great.
Bro, this man getting all the accolades, son. This man doing work. Oscar.
Bro, I will say my favorite scene is when they like.
Isn't that play 4 Marvel movies?
Yes.
Bro.
He like under the radar. He cussed in Spanish.
Yeah.
When you saw the Spider-Man walk through the door, and he's like, "I just need a coño, turn around." I was like, "Wait a minute, he's cussing."
It's like with Miguel, when they said we're supposed to be the good guys, right? I was like, oh yeah, you guys are supposed to be the good guys. I feel like throughout the movie, Gwen was kind of like, you know,
iffy.
Was iffy. She was like, Miles up. It was like pretty much it was like this, right?
She was questioning what was right.
Exactly. I understand that in her character development with like wanting to do this to prove herself, and also just like trying to make Miles back off into getting to this because she doesn't want him to sort of like quote unquote slightly ruin things. It's just like
unconsciously.
Exactly. So it's
like,
just,
he didn't know.
Yeah. The thing is, with Gwen, I like, even though we had major development towards her and her father, and also just like trying to fix things her way and just trying to like do things right. During that scene when like the train scene, I was just like, Gwen, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, can you honestly believe that you're doing this to Miles right now? This man was always like
on your side.
On your side, head over here. You saw those drawings, son.
Like, bro, I love how her face went, oh, I missed you too.
You're right. It was like I was
a little too much.
I was in my,
right?
I was in my simpish days back then.
Like, hey, yo, why is page sticky,
But like,
don't reveal too much.
Yeah, I get you. But it's like, I was like, dang. It's like this one person that you thought was behind you, just did that to you. And pretty much that line that she kind of spoke is just like with like Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy, there's always a tragic ending. I was like, dang.
Whoa. I'll tell you which one surprised Miles the most is when Peter said that. Peter B. Parker. Yeah. Miles full on did a 180 and said, "You knew?" Yeah. And Peter just put his head down like, damn.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like he knew, as like just being a new parent, he was like, he knew, oh, I fucked up.
Yeah. I was like,
that's
like Peter's whole thing was like, let's bring him into this slowly. He's not gonna understand. Miguel's like, nah, put him in a net.
Bro.
Yeah.
I was like, Miguel, you just gotta
Miguel.
talk to him.
Bro. Like,
Nah, Miguel's in a rush.
You know Miguel is? He's like in Village. Chris Raphael.
Oh, not want to talk to Ethan?
It's
like everything could have been avoided if he had just sat them down and talked to them.
Bro.
All Chris had to do was talk to Ethan. All Miguel had to do was talk to Miles. That's it.
But for me to defend both of them,
yeah.
Because like with you and Gwen, like I understand where that greenness is coming from.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you gotta understand, like in Gwen's perspective, like
greenness.
You green shit.
He's like, welcome to Pokemon. You're playing Emerald.
Yeah, I know, right? But like,
you say you're from Florida without saying.
I know.
Just remove the gator hiss.
That's one way of doing it. But for Gwen, I think it's just it's more of, well, she knew like later, like once she became part of the society.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that long until she went back to see Miles afterward, probably like a few months. But after she knew about all the situation, like what was going on, like why Miles is like, you know, the problem. It's like we said before, like it's pretty much her judgment at like the forefront.
Yeah.
Like because like she's a Spider-Man, she's a Spider-Woman, and she has a job to do as a Spider-Woman. She has responsibilities. Whether that responsibility is doing what Miguel says to like really save the unwoven Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Or is it to help one Spider-Man save their dad?
Yeah.
So it's like in every Spider-Man's case, it's always a big difficult choice. Even when it came to Tom Holland's Spider-Man,
yeah,
it was like, spoiler for that movie, it was a choice. You guys saw it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I was there with you.
No, Tom Holland. I didn't see you Far From Home with y'all.
You didn't see it with us.
You did?
No.
I thought you did.
I saw that little, like, probably like last year. But yeah, for him, he had to sacrifice his friends.
Bro,
to
he had
save
to
the
sacrifice everything.
Yeah, he had to sacrifice he sacrificed a lot. His pretty much his entire identity. Basically, if Tony Stark was still alive, he wouldn't know who he is, and that's fucking tragic. Like I don't know who said it, but a quote saying that it's better to, I guess it was fucking Coco though. It's better to be remembered than forgotten, something like that.
Yeah.
It's, you know, along the lines of like being remembered will always keep you alive, but if you're forgotten, you're pretty much dead. So even though he's a living man, if nobody knows who he is, his aunt's dead, Tony Stark's dead, and the people who he fought aside to save the world with pretty much don't even know who he is. So
they just know Spider-Man. They don't know Peter Parker.
So it's like, you know, he had to sacrifice, but like with Gwen and her whole character development was, in my eyes, was to like find out what kind of Spider-Woman she wants to be, whether it's like the one that wants to save the multiverse, or the one that wants to do both, like Miles does.
Yeah.
Because she came to that conclusion at the end. She's like, all right, I know what I want to do. I know how I want to do it, and I want to help him achieve that. Yeah. So she gets that. And then also for Miguel, he did try to talk to him about it. It's not that Miles was being a hothead, but like, let's be real. If someone came to me and told me that the guy I threw a donut, I threw a bagel at,
my guy, was gonna like,
and my dad.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about any other kind of universe.
Exactly.
My priority is my papa.
Exactly.
He brought me to this world. I want to be who I am if it wasn't for him.
Right.
I'm going to save him. If you and all these other 10 billion motherfuckers want to come at me, come.
They did.
They did. And know what he did?
They cracked their necks and said, bet.
and that's why this scene, when he came back to, oh my God.
Right?
But he came back home.
I'll let you start it because I got a question about this.
Yeah. When he came back home and he told his mom.
Air quotes when he says home.
Yeah, and he told his mom everything. And he said, you know what, Mom? I beat them. I'm like, yeah! Yeah!
I feel smell.
Because he did.
Because
he did.
Yeah.
He said, I'm the priority. I want to go home. All right, y'all come follow me. I'm going here. Y'all here? Alright, cool. I'm going there.
Deuces.
He used his invisibility powers, did all his shit, and he went out of there.
Bro.
And he came back to his mom and said, Mom, they ain't want me. I beat them. All of I'm like...
Hey.
Don't break your headphones, man.
I'm sorry,
And then the part,
yo.
that part was great, but the part that made me go, oh shit, is when I turned to Jacob and I was like, he's wearing, because the coat he always wears is red and blue.
Yeah.
And so when I saw the coat, I was like, oh, he's not in his universe.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw they were Prowler colors, and I was like, oh no. When I saw that purple and green, I just went, he's not in his universe.
Right.
Oh no. I went, and when he's like, he tells his mom, like, I'm Spider-Man. And she's like, oh, is this some Comic-Con thing?
Right.
And I went, oh shit, he is in another universe.
Right. Uncle Aaron come? Bro,
when he walked in with that fresh cut, that goatee, you got that fresh cut, that thing was extra pointy, my guy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what's your farmer, my guy?
That man looked like the devil.
Bro. The Black Devil.
But bro, he came in like a real What did
He did.
No, did you pay attention to what he did in the background while Miles was processing my uncle's alive? He straight up came to his mom. He's like, here's some money. I'm helping you out. And she's like, oh, it's okay. I'm taking extra shifts. He's like, I got you. He came in like a real uncle. I'm like, yo. But like that part. But the part I have to say is like, that thing that sent him into the universe he went to.
Yeah.
The spider that bit him came from there, right?
Yeah.
When you get bit by the spider, it changes your DNA, right?
Yeah.
If he's glitching in that universe, how's he not glitching in his? Or should he not be glitching because he's got the DNA from that spider mixed into his? So should it balance out?
Nah.
Because it doesn't make sense why in where he's from, the universe he's from, after he got bit, he's not glitching out. But he's glitching out in this one. That part's like, wait a minute, they scan your DNA. It's part of your DNA. And your DNA is saying you're from this universe.
Maybe it's the
when
spider.
When you're actually from this universe. So how is it messing with you?
Maybe it's the spider DNA that they're scanning.
Yeah, but it's part of his DNA.
Yeah, but okay, so pretty much if you guys, like, I'm sorry, Kev, I want you to talk to you. You haven't been saying anything for a while.
No, I'm just saying, listen, the reason why he's not glitching in that universe is because, again, spoilers. Why are we saying spoilers?
I know, like,
you said spoilers from the beginning.
True.
But listen, it's because that Miles in that universe is supposed to be Spider-Man, and that spider was to bit him, but instead it bit the Miles that we know, that we watched the movie. So when they scanned the DNA to take him home, they're taking him home to what that Spider-Man's supposed to be. That Spider-Man.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why he's not glitching, because he's in the right universe.
It's just the wrong person.
But he's the wrong person. Right. That is the spider. That is supposed to be the Spider-Man Miles, but it's not him.
Actually, I did some research. There's not supposed to be a Spider-Man in that universe. The Sinister Six took over the world.
Damn.
Well, listen, we don't know. We don't know.
We don't know. Thank you for spoiling it up for me, sir.
That's in the beginning. You can hear it in the background on the TV.
Yeah,
I didn't
care. I was just looking at everything.
So I was just taking it in, man.
Yeah, because like that was too strong for that.
I hear researching and then going here telling us.
I'm telling you, Jacob,
information like
what? That face I showed you, that photo I showed you with the face.
Yeah,
that was Lampy.
But I mean,
but the Sinister Six.
Even then,
so if the Sinister Six, but even Miles himself says this is a world without Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like again. It was supposed to have a Spider-Man.
There was supposed to be a Spider-Man, but oh god,
but it didn't happen. So that's that. Now we're there at the pinnacle of the end scene when they reveal, and I just said it. Miles meeting himself. Miles meeting Miles.
Bro, Huey meeting Riley, son.
Huey meeting Riley.
That's it.
That's all it is.
Why does it always got to end like this? Because you're a bitch.
Because he's a bitch.
You're a bitch.
Bro, that really is that. No, you're right, Jacob. That really was Huey meeting Riley.
That's one hell of a twist.
Did you notice how his J's still weren't tied? I love it. The first one they kept ripping on. It was like, your shoes aren't tied. Yeah, it's a fashion style. I was like, my guy.
Tie your shoes, man.
Tie your fucking J's.
Right.
Yeah, man, that's
But like even then, like having Miles be like a anomaly.
Mm-hmm.
So like even though the spider was supposed to bite the Miles in another universe, because like it's oh god that shit it's not complicated, but like it's fucking interesting.
Right.
But like it kind of makes me wonder. Like I don't want to go into this topic right now. I want to ask you this question at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, like the story beats for revealing Miles that he is not supposed to be a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
To like why everything is like unraveling in the first place, and like why everything like how his life was supposed to be fucking normal, but got it flipped turned upside down because of I think who bought that Spider into the universe? The Spot?
It was the Spot.
So he bought that. So he made a mini collider.
He made a mini collider to test
the bigger one. So he bought
and he
that
got
spider
that spider that particular spider was supposed to be in that universe.
That's crazy. How out of all the places he took the one shit that fucked up everything. That's crazy, though.
Right.
Yeah, because remember, the Miles that we know, that Spider-Man that died was supposed to live.
Yeah.
He was not supposed to die. But
I mean, Miguel even says it.
Yeah.
He ended up dying, and he ended up being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to.
That's wow.
It's
Still love
so
how
cool.
he got bit in the first movie.
But you know what? It's just so cool how they just made it work. Because sometimes, and listen, Endgame, which is the one with the time traveling Endgame, right?
It was Endgame, yeah.
Listen, the time traveling
yeah,
was
of
bullshit,
course.
all right?
Of course.
It was bullshit.
Right.
It was really bullshit, But here, it just works because it's not trying to be super complicated.
Mm-hmm.
It's not trying to be this thing where I need to get these 5 things and it will.
He's not trying to shoehorn anything.
Yeah, not shoehorning anything. It's a simple story where how do you say, the whole the build up, the climax is the reason why he's in, like the whole going to other universes isn't exactly the main thing, Like in Endgame, it was always about going back in time. Tony Stark sees his dad, gives him advice.
Yeah.
Like, okay. But in here, he wants to the to the Spider-Man Society. He went to we only saw one universe, right? But that wasn't the main thing, right? The main thing is Miles figuring out who he is, right? And also seeing them getting back and doing the right thing, because even though the history of Spider-Man, everybody dies. Yeah. Everybody has to make a sacrifice.
Doesn't mean.
But it doesn't mean it always has to be.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
And that's the premise. We don't need no stones. We don't need the question is, and that was the main line the whole thing through the movie. Why can't I do it both?
Right. Oh man.
And that's what it was. Why can't I save my dad and save the world?
Bro.
Why this one has to die?
Just
I could do it both.
Here's the thing, though. With me, I love Spider-Man to the life of me, right? I watch most of the cartoon shows. I watch pretty much most of the movies.
It's only the animated stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You should have been sitting next to me because when Jacob and I both freaked out when Spectacular Spider-Man came out. And he's like, wait, why is he so small? I'm like, bro, he's 15 there.
Yeah, I know.
Because he freaked out. He's like, why is he so small? I'm like, bro, he's 15 there. Chill. He's 15.
It's funny to see. Yo, that was crazy to see Spectacular Spider-Man.
Bro.
And they gave him an actual line to talk. I was like, when I heard him talk, I was like, yo, that's the guy who did the voice.
Listen, I better see the original 1999 Spider-Man.
Ooh,
Bro, speaking of the original, the 60s Spider-Man. Don't worry, guys. I'll swing and catch him. Nothing gets past me.
It's
Oh, he
still
got past
frame ass
me.
dog.
Bro, I love that part. He's like, I'll catch him. And he's like, oh, he got past me.
slow behind.
Well, this one was a bucket of Easter eggs, man, and
Bro.
some.
Bro.
Fantastic.
I love the part when he kicks Spider-Cat up. He's like, can this get any weirder? Oh, yes, it can. T-Rex, baby.
And I love the fact that they capitalize on the Spider-Man who you're Spider-Man meme. And this
Oh, yeah?
Stop, Spider-Man. You.
Like,
Your favorite meme. Where
Yeah.
it's funny because you in the original movie you said if they don't show that meme, that movie is awful. And guess what? They did it right
at the end.
Perfect.
Beautiful. And you know,
And they got it right out of the way in this movie, right in the middle.
but you would think like even when you see it coming, that it was like won't be funny, it would be cringe.
Right.
That shit was still hilarious. Cause not everybody's like, you? Like, who ass are we beating?
Who we jumping?
Who we trying like for like who
Who's
and then,
hitting curve stop and
and then
hitting
like,
dirt?
even as menacing as Miguel is, that scene of him running,
Like an
like,
absolute
him right
unit.
there, him right there.
He's like, turn around!
Oh my god, dog.
It was so stupid.
Hanging onto the Spider-Man's back like nothing.
Oh man.
Bro, that scene when he's in midair and like 5 of them dog piled him and he managed to break out. I was like, holy crap.
The movie was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Bro, the
man.
slow parts did not feel boring, and that's what I loved about
It didn't even feel slow. That's crazy.
Like slow as in like they're talking, but it's not like boring talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Because
what,
I've seen some movies where it is slow, and I'm just like, good God, just get to the action scene.
Right.
I'm like, I'm falling asleep here.
It's like going back to like the train scene, right? Like when Miles just did everything by himself, just like, oh yeah, I'm the Black King, all right. He did everything that he could do to prove himself.
Bro,
what?
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 Jacob, are you sure you put the right spices in, my guy? Are you sure you didn't drop some drugs in there? Because you're cooking something. I don't know what you're cooking, though.
It's like going back to the African gods.
Oh my
God.
Jacob,
what movie is this?
What are you watching?
No, I'm talking Spider-Man lore here. Jacob, we haven't gotten there yet. Chill.
Dog.
Chill.
This isn't
Jacob, we have not gotten to that lore yet.
This
Chill.
is fucking Black Panther, dog.
No, there is a spider god. He meets him. That's another story. But we haven't gotten there yet, Jacob. Chill. We haven't gotten there.
No, man.
They haven't established that into this movie series yet.
Well,
so
first of all, if they show a spider guy, I'm done with this movie. It better be worth my while
And they don't put him in, dog.
to dumb that bullshit.
And this is what's going to happen. We're going to meet
because if it
Madam
does,
Web,
it would
and then
be-
we're going to meet the spider guy.
Oh,
No,
God,
I better not see no Madam Web. I better not see none of that. Like, and if they do, it better be like
well done.
well done. Because if it's just some like, ooh,
Canon.
hey, what's up? I can fix your shit.
Yeah. Oh.
And I'm like, no,
Like a Deus Ex Machina.
no, yes.
Madam Web is such a huge part of Spider-Man when the dimensions break.
Yeah.
That I get what Kevin's saying. Like, if they like do that, like, hey, I can help you. Bye. Me and Kevin are both gonna be like, no, fuck you.
It was like, where were you?
Dog.
I gotta watch you suffer.
She's not allowed to intervene.
Yeah, but that's the whole bullshit I don't like is when they're like, oh, you're supposed to suffer first and then I help you.
So
she's like the Watcher.
I don't want that.
So
I
pretty
don't-
much-
I don't
She's
want
like the Watcher, but she's only on Spider-Man.
So pretty much we're gonna just go through the Eternals route,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Oh heck no.
Ah,
I'm good off that.
I didn't even watch that, but I could already feel the
Yeah.
cringe. in
I
your
feel
voice.
it too, dog.
I did not watch that crap, bro.
I watched 10 minutes and I said,
Then how do you? Then
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
why you mention Eternals?
Hey, because it reminded me of that.
Oh my God.
When I saw the
How does it
trailer.
remind you? You
How does that
haven't
remind
seen
you?
it.
No, I've seen the trailer. So it just they pretty
But how
much-
do you-
Ain't the same as watching
No,
it.
Listen. When they mentioned that, oh yeah, we're not supposed to intervene. We're just letting humanity do what they want to do. We're not gonna come.
Bro,
in
he's the guy who watched the Spider-Man movie and says, I've seen it when with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, did you see the rest of it? No, I just saw the trailer.
Sir.
What do you mean you watched the movie then?
Sir, hey, listen. First off, I did mention I watched all the Spider-Man movies, sir. So,
That's
rejected.
not the point I'm talking about, Jacob.
Rejected. So
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
you used the wrong example of a movie because he saw it, and now he's using it against me.
Terribly.
Listen, can we go back on track? What is the question you want to pose?
Well, this is more of like the end of the, because it's supposed to like sort of accumulate everything that we've learned about the first two movies. So I want to save that for the true end, like before we close off. So I don't know. I don't know what else to like add on to the movie. I think
let's do that, because I think out of everything we wanted to talk about, I think we've all said it. Other than that, it's just us spoiling the movie completely.
I mean, we did mention spoilers.
No, we mentioned spoilers, but we're saying so much, it's like we might as well just verbally tell them the whole movie. Spider-Man duck and dive, and then punch left, uppercut right, now left, right, A, B, X, Y, you know?
Yeah. No, but real talk, though, I'm not going to mention the train scene again, because that thing was just hypeness. But
it was mad hype.
But like, the thing is, no. Like, when I saw when the trailer first popped up, when you saw Miguel going all reckless with the claw in the train, and then he just grabbed Miles, and he just slam dunked him from the train. Yes! Son! Yo, that was hype. But then,
when he grabbed him by the ankle and slammed him into the train, did you hear me? I went, God damn.
Bro, he was not missing.
He put a dent in the train just punching him.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I've never seen a beatdown that brutal in an anime for kids. For kids. We keep forgetting this movie's PG.
Well, it's not for kids. It's a family picture.
Well, family movie, but the point I'm getting
Family picture.
Bro, I've never seen a beatdown that bad in a PG movie.
What are you talking about? Boots?
Yeah.
No! Beat down, full on top of him, punching the crap out of him.
And then like the verbal stuff that he said to Miles, like, bro's like, you should have never been born. I was like, yo,
bro, he
went
physically
deep.
and verbally beat him down.
He went real deep with Miles, man.
Bro.
He was not holding no punches, dog.
But you know what I like, pretty much, like, of course, up to the lead up to the final plot twist. But I kind of like how when Miles was just like, okay, I'm gonna do me. All throughout the course of the time that he was like in the Indian Spider-Man's world, just rescuing people, regardless if he was gonna get hurt or not. How that little thread of hope, something could change. Oh, thank you for rescuing my dad. The little change of events that was kind of like spiraling into like a web, just leading everybody up to the point where, okay, I'm gonna help Miles. All right, yeah, say less. We supposed to be the good guys? All right, forget this watch. I'm gonna get another watch, and then and just do what I can to assemble the team. And then after that, just put in work. But when they did that cliffhanger at the end, bro, I was hyped. I was just like, hey, to be continued One Piece special? All right,
bro.
And that's where I want to get there, to the point of the be continued. Listen,
I'm just glad because they showed Penny. I'm glad they showed her teaming up to go help Miles at the end, because I was like, when she showed up and she's like, Miles, and you just see the look on her face, I was like, damn, you got in the robot.
My girl was distraught, man. She's seen some shit.
Yeah.
I felt so bad when I saw Penny's face. I'm like, yo, what happened to my little girl?
Bro, Evangelion.
What happened to my daughter that I saw come help Miles grow to be Spider-Man?
Right.
Like, when I saw Peter B. Parker, I was like, yo, are we gonna see Noir? Are we gonna see Spider-Pig? I already saw Gwen. Am I gonna see Penny Parker?
Right.
And then Penny came, I'm like, and I see her like with this this fucking stressed out face. I'm like, yo, this is serious, dog.
Right.
Oh my god. But then when you saw her at the end, when Gwen was like bringing the team back together, like, all right, y'all, I know y'all with me when it comes to helping Miles. Let's do this shit right, all right?
This is when Lamp was standing up during the theater.
He was standing up.
He was standing up. He was about to like jump up in the air and be like, that's what's up. Right? And then it says be continued. And my man dropped
to his knees. No, he fell back into the chair.
He dropped back into his chair.
I promise the most dramatic fallback you could ever think of.
We need to bring a camera and just have it on him.
And he was distraught. He was
it hurts so much.
Like when that music hit for the ending,
it was beautiful too.
It was so awesome.
How did you see it when you just passed out?
This man was like, "What music, man? I I want to see what happens next. I don't care about this.
I did not.
I don't care about this. I want to see what happens next. I'm like, bro, look how beautiful that is. It looks like 007 intro thing.
I want the movie, not the end sequence. I came to watch a full movie.
Speaking of sequences, did y'all notice that at the very beginning, the very beginning, when it cut to black, that comic book cutout where it said cough in the bottom right? I pointed it out to you, Jacob. The very beginning, when it cut to black, before it opened, before the movie started, the whole black screen, you just see cough, and it was the very bottom right of the corner of the screen.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, it was just a nice little transition to the best one, where it's her beating the drums.
Right.
Anyway, back to Lamp just being distraught.
Right.
And
just gone.
devastated.
Just gone.
And it was just amusing. There was
It was amusing. I love seeing this man's pain.
The thing is, there's another reason why I want to watch the movie again, is because there were moments where I didn't watch the movie. I was watching Lamp.
I'm sorry, dog.
You know what, Kevin? Let me know, because I was doing that too.
I was watching Lamp. I was just like, man, this man is really going in this.
This man entertaining in the movie right now, son.
Hell nah. I'm sorry, Kevin. You gotta understand, like, I don't get that feeling a lot, man. Even when it comes to like good games, like I don't even get that feeling a lot. But when everything is
now
done
we gotta play Final
right.
Fantasy 16.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Bro, everything just hit right with that movie, man, since the beginning. And like I said, like once it hit that peak, it did not go down.
Right.
No.
It couldn't have gone. So how could I calm down? I couldn't have calmed down
I know.
when the movie already hit its peak in the beginning.
I'm glad it did had to be continued, because if you would have continued,
I think I would have died.
you would have had a cardiac arrest, and we'll probably have to call the hospital.
This man
I ruined the movie for everybody else, so yeah, I think it.
This man, me resuscitating your ass.
Hurry the fuck up.
No.
Spider-Man.
Chest compressions. Chest compressions.
Real talk. This man would have went T-pose, helicopter right into the air, and just hovered there, son. Just going crazy, son. Just the sheer excitement, bro.
Yeah, man. This movie was fun. There was just so much, and man, once we get this movie again, I don't know. One of these days we gotta do an in-depth.
Hell yeah, I'm going. I could go talk about this movie for hours, man. I could go.
Just like the first one, we just love that movie to death. Bro. And this one is different. It's the same thing, but just epic in scope.
Oh my god,
it's greatness perfected.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like now you guys are scaring me with that whole spider god thing.
That's in the comics.
But look, listen, if it's going to be like a literal multiverse of Spider-Man, they're going to be in it regardless, I assume. And whatever role they play, that's what's going to be important. Whether they're going to be like a short cameo.
If they're going to do Spider-God, then they have to introduce Madam Web. So that's
we have one more move to go, so anything could happen. Like, really.
They may just skip Madam Web and go straight to Spider-God.
Probably. Whichever one fits well. But considering how well they've been taking care of like the references and all that stuff, I don't think they'll be scared of her if they choose to put her in there.
No, I don't think they're gonna skip her, but I just don't want the movie to be like
a quick little snip.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, all right, well, it was all a dream.
Ew. God, I do not know how would I react if that happened.
You'd be punching the screen.
I think I would. I really think I would.
I'd be right there next to you, punching it with you. This stupid-ass movie is dumb, bitch. Oh, sir, it's just a movie. I don't care. I'm gonna punch it.
So I guess now that we're at our end, right?
Because
I've been thinking about this question for the longest.
Go ahead.
And it's something that I like doing theories on my own, or like talking to a friend, but like it's not like talking about a theory, but it's more of a question of what to come. Because like we've gone into this movie, the story is so well done that you don't really miss any detail. There's nothing like if you watch the movie again, there'll be some hidden Easter eggs, but like there's nothing that
there was no
add
fat.
on.
There was no fat. The fat is the Easter eggs, the little things are in there, but like there is no fat to this movie.
Like Genki playing Spider-Man when Spider-Man swings in her.
Yeah, like there was no fat. It was just straight story.
Or like when his mom snapped at him because he was feeling Spanish, the little Puerto Rican flag popped up.
all those great things. But with all that we know about Miles, what we know about the Spider-Verse, what happens to it, what it means to be Spider-Man, the main question like I've had like since I started driving home after we finished the movie, it was like the question of Miles' victory. Because at the end of the day, like he's going to win. We know that for a fact. The question is how he's going to win and what is he going to sacrifice? Because as we all know, Spider-Man is a tragic hero. He never really gets everything. He doesn't really win. Like I told you with Tom Holland, like Spider-Man. Like even though like he won the fight, he still lost a lot. So like even with Miles, I still like there's a part of me that makes me feel like I want everything to go right with him. I want his dad to live, but we also have the other world that with no Spider-Man to worry about.
Yeah.
Because with that problem there, like what's gonna happen over there, and then also like even with all the Spider-Mans now coming over to Miles' world to like help him out with the whole Spot situation, how is that going to resolve? Because we can't Miles cannot have a happy ending. If we're going with the entire story of what Spider-Man is beginning to end, and even with Miles' whole speech about like how he wants to, do both, how he feels like he can do both, and how like, how much they're pushing how what it means to be Spider-Man is that you're gonna have to sacrifice something, and he doesn't want to do that. How it doesn't always have to be like that. Like, how do you guys think the turnaround is gonna be? Do you think he's gonna lose his father? Do you think he's gonna lose his mother? Do you think he's going to save both of them and the Spider-Verse? Do you think, like, what do you think, like, how do you think Miles' story is going to end?
You know my honest opinion?
Yeah.
Gwen said it at the very beginning.
I wasn't ready for that.
That's honestly what I think is going to happen.
Consideration.
At the very beginning,
I didn't take that into consideration. I like that.
Because that's my theory. My theory is because she said it at the very beginning. Every Gwen Stacy falls in love with Spider-Man, and every Gwen dies.
Well, she doesn't say die. She just say it doesn't end well.
That's
AKA dead. So my theory is because the Spot showed it to us. That quick vision that when because Miles was too close to him or something, when it blew up in his face, he sent him a vision somehow. Mm-hmm. So he saw, and if you pay close attention to the vision, all the people that are on the ground, they're not random people. They're all Spider-Man. So if the canon event happens the way that Miguel was saying, they all die, his dad dies, and the Spot wins. So something's got to happen to where they don't all die, and his dad lives, and the Spot loses. So my theory is Gwen's going to have to do something that gives her life, and that saves the Miles Morales universe. Which
or
in essence saves the rest
of the Spider-Man. Or Madam Web comes in like, woo! Oh, I'm sorry. Miles!
I've been watching all along.
I've been watching you, and I've been enjoying this movie. And
or because we talked about the Spider God, the Spot's gonna launch him in some dimension, and he can't get out of it, like how the Spot was in his own dimension, and that's when the Spider God comes and talks to him, and helps him out.
Like, that's also kind of bullshit. Like at the end, we end with Full House. Hey, Spider Guy, let me tell you, you've been doing bad things, and you shouldn't doing bad things, because you were a regular dude, and now you're being evil for no reason. What is that?
What the fuck, man?
Like, you could use your spots for good.
If that happens, I want a refund.
I'm legit throwing my J's. I'm throwing my J's.
Or the new J's.
The new J's we bought.
What if he actually sends him in a world where he thinks it's nothingness, but it's like the void of where the Spider goes?
That's still worse. I don't want a god to come in to solve the problem.
You know how cool and scary that'd be at the same time?
Yeah. Really?
Really?
No, dude, you need to look what he looks like in the comics.
Do tell.
Bro, that thing is scary.
But I'm saying narratively, I don't want.
Yeah, narratively,
I don't want all being.
I'm hoping it's
to solve a problem.
It's option A. As much as I don't want it to happen, I was like option A, because option B and C is kind of like,
It's like
because the stupid one will be like, oh, Spider-Ham dies trying to save him, but he's a cartoon, so he's not really dead.
It's like for instance, right? Like Madam Web came in with some spider puns. It's like, let me unravel my web. Right
No.
Oh
This is how you do it. This is how you stupidly do it. Lego Spider-Man sacrifices himself, and Miguel starts crying. You were the best, Peter.
You were number one.
See, that would be funny, but it's.
It would be funny.
No,
but
you know
I
what they
would
should do?
leave
They
that
should do
movie
something like that where he gets
so dissatisfied.
like he drops it, like you know the Lego video games
Yeah.
when they break, just have him break like that, and have Miguel go on the ground and pick him up and be like, "You're gonna pay for that."
Look, I don't mind to see him in the movie and break, and then Miguel does that when he's fighting the Spawn or whoever villain he's fighting. But don't make that the focus of that end story. Like, you guys have built up such a beautiful beginning
and middle,
a phenomenal middle.
Yeah.
You guys have to end this. You guys have the ball in your hands.
The ball in the court.
If you drop that ball,
Michael Jordan.
I think we should do a football analogy instead of basketball.
It's
You
like-
gotta dribble that.
Hey, it's like you're not the GOAT. It's like, hey,
I really don't know how I'm gonna be acting if they really drop this ball.
Where
Like
they got the ball,
I'm so invested in this movie.
Remember
right
what
now.
I told you?
Super
Remember what I told you? I said if
Super.
this movie was bullshit, I was gonna flip the theater.
The flip. I'm like, let's flip this theater, y'all.
It's gonna be literally every Spider-Man fan is gonna be at Sony Studios, and we're gonna flip the studio.
Their whole shit, dog. Like, this is the magnitude 9 earthquake. The other buildings ain't shaking. What the fuck?
Be like that episode of Clone High when they flip the school. We'll literally be like that. Flip the whole studio.
No, they're gonna be like,
We're gonna-
let's move the studio somewhere else.
I will
Put it
help
back to
push
Japan.
it.
How about that?
I'll push it into the sea if I had to. But in realness, like
Ocean Man, no Ocean Man, leave. They need to learn.
But in all seriousness, like Miles, that theory is
Crazy.
no, it's not crazy. Like I kind of
It's so crazy.
80% believe that's going to happen.
It's either that or
Miles' dad dies,
or
because he has to lose something.
which would make it canon for another Spider person, Peter B. Parker.
Nope.
No,
I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that. I'm not.
He loses May.
I'm not
No.
accepting
No.
Spider B. Parker. I'm
May
not accepting
takes
that.
up the mantle. That's the whole point.
Okay.
It would make sense though because he sees Miles like his
No.
second son.
No.
Peter B. Parker is that fun uncle you see every now
No,
and then.
take Gwen Stacy first.
He was completely earlier. He's like, oh, I hope that doesn't happen. What if it's Peter B? No, fuck that shit. Kill this bitch. Kill her.
Dang, that's where you fall back on
Wow.
to the
I'm
women.
sorry, yo.
To a woman.
I don't
He's
care
like, don't
who it is.
you kill Daddy Parker. He needs to watch over little May.
I don't care who it is.
You know, that's why we live in a
Do
patriarchy.
not kill.
Jesus, get out of here with your glass ceiling. And I told you, man, this is the episode. Jake
All
gets
right, hold on.
I'm
Hold
sorry.
on.
Like,
you
I'm
too.
sorry.
You be careful too.
You could kill his dad.
Yeah.
You could kill his mom.
No.
Do
Why the
not.
mom? She's
no,
not
I
supposed to die.
Care.
She's not supposed to die though.
The
Do
mom
not
has
kill.
the mom has been the highlight of this film, along with the dad.
Yeah,
She's
but
been
she never
phenomenal.
dies.
Right.
She
Do
never dies.
Not kill Peter B. Parker.
Makes sense though.
It does, but do not do that.
What if they kill Ben Reilly then? You'd be happy then?
Who?
Or Scarlet Spider, the one who was narrating everything.
It's like the world is so cold.
And he's like standing on the edge. Let me check this. Light's coming from the alley.
Oh,
Let me check.
He's the
Over dramatic.
dramatic.
Spider-Man.
He's the one wearing the blue hoodie.
I don't care about him. Do not kill Peter B. Parker.
What about Spider Noir?
He gonna get axed. Between those two, he gotta get axed,
All
dog.
right. Penny Parker.
What if Penny lives her full canon event and goes full Evangelion?
She gotta go too. I'm sorry, dog.
See that Sinji right
She gotta
You just
go, dog.
said she was your daughter and
She
you're like,
was. She gotta go.
sacrificial lamb.
She gotta go.
She's She's gonna be an angel.
Yeah, she is.
Oh my
This is a
god,
third impact.
no!
I'm sorry, dog.
Bro,
She
we're
gotta
going
go.
full meta on this.
Just third impact.
Just third impact that bitch. I don't care. Go. She gotta go.
She's gonna play a piano.
If Peter B. Parker dies,
Destroy the world.
I don't know how I'm gonna act though. I'm gonna
Is
cry.
she gonna find some other guy and start playing the piano with him?
Bro, that's crazy, son. It's like the character development you possessed just now with Gwen. Oh no, not Gwen. We're like, no, to not Peter. Everybody died.
Went from, no, that's gonna be terrible, to everybody else dies before
You know
they
who
touch
died?
this man.
You know who's more likely to die, and it'll probably fit because it's more.
What, Uncle Aaron too?
No. Well, Uncle Aaron probably dies again.
I'll laugh at you, though.
But it won't be like
It won't hurt as
big
much.
guy coming in.
It'll probably be Miguel that will die.
Oh,
that would
also
be
is a
his
good-
redemption.
That would also be a good
that,
one,
yeah.
because maybe maybe he's an anomaly too, for fucking up the Spider-Verse.
I saw Fan Fury yesterday, and I just said, they better not be going that route.
What?
I'll tell you after, but it's like,
Okay.
they better not be going that route.
But-
I'm gonna be like you with the Peter B. Parker.
Everybody died.
I ain't just flipping the studio. I'm flipping every camera that filmed, recorded, everything. I'm flipping everything. Even the voice actors' houses. I'm like, part of this shit too. I'm flipping your house.
Alright.
Fan rage is strong.
So pretty much you're not flipping their house in terms of like the market value? Come on now.
They're gonna have to flip it after I flip it.
Jacob.
I'm just defending me, dog. You kill me before you kill Peter B. Parker.
I think we need to sacrifice you, and then
Hey,
the world ends.
Hey, no. I need to see the next Spider-Verse. Forget
I
this.
know,
This is
right?
when the one
Forget
white
that.
guy gets really quiet. Hey, we need to sacrifice. I'm just gonna sit here quietly,
Yeah.
duck my head down. We ain't talking
And then
about anything.
just another short question. I'm sorry, but like, how you feel about like how you think the Miles Morales Spider-Man, like the other one, the messed up one, yeah. How you think their situation gonna get resolved? Because
Okay, so there's two things that they could do.
Boondock
He
Spidey.
should be, of course, it's going to happen anyway. He should be the bad guy, like that. He's the villain, right? Just that's it. He's just now he could become a good guy, or I think that's just
Wishful thinking.
no. It's like it could go either or. Like either he could be the good guy, right? Like redemption, good guy. Or just make him just a villain and just make him a villain,
just go full throttle with him
Full
being bad.
throttle, just make him a villain. Have Uncle Aaron die again. He becomes even more
Prowlery.
proud. Yes, more enraged, more. But that's the thing. Like the other part, like I don't want is for him to be like, oh, me and Miles are good friends. And I'm gonna go to his universe, and that is his universe, and we're all kumbaya. And his mom talks to my mom, which is weird because they're both my moms. They make a roast con pollo, and we all, that salsa all night.
Yeah, that would
I don't want
suck.
that.
That would
I don't
suck.
want that. And I don't think that's gonna happen. But
So you think the universe is fucked?
Nope.
Yes and no. I think it is. I mean, he is supposed to be the Spider-Man, so it could. It's probably gonna be a redemption story. He's probably gonna. They're gonna fight. They're gonna. He's gonna beat the bad guy, but eventually he's going to become somewhat the hero that he was supposed to be.
Okay, yeah, I can
know.
see that. Yeah.
And he's not gonna be Spider-Man, but
He'll
he's
be like
just gonna be the Prowler.
That just
the
fights
hero.
Sinister Six. That's crazy. That's kind of cool though.
Right.
Yes, I think that's what's gonna happen.
That could happen. Yeah, I can
Did
see
they
that.
do a twist though? Ooh, we don't know what they cooking.
You still got that mallet. By the way, what happened to that mallet he gave to Miles?
I hope it plays a role.
Oh, well,
It needs to play a role. It's like, where did that mallet go? He said it'll fit in his pocket, so pull it out, my guy.
well, I don't know, because he gave it to him while they were leaving the kaleidoscope thing in the first one, so it probably went back to the portal. But look, besides all of that, I think, I mean, it's just gonna be a surprise, so we just have to.
Yeah. I don't care what the outcome is. I'm excited.
listen, they're riding the hot wave right now. Everything's going good now. I hope like when they do the next movie, we don't hear stories about executives getting in the way, wanting to make this movie become a franchise that continues on or some shit like that, and now they have to retcon and restart and do all that BS that ruins the story.
Yeah.
You know, I want this to have a beginning, middle, and end. And now, so yeah, I just hope that happens, and just have faith. Yeah. Because you know why? In the first movie, it was a blind leap of faith.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
So we gotta have a blind leap of faith. Yeah. So that's all it is.
Did you notice when he was tied up what he was doing?
Yeah, trying to do the same effort as always.
Yeah, don't look the hands.
Don't look at the mouth.
Watch the mouth. Watch the hands.
Watch the hands, and the Uncle Errol punched the shit. I was like, what?
No, that was when Prowler Miles put his hand on the bag. That's when he started touching the chain.
Bruh.
Yeah. Like he's like, all right, man.
I'm gonna watch this.
We about to fight. He's the stone that the builder refused.
I am the inspiration. Make music the blues. I'm supposed to make your ideal
bright. I think we can end this podcast. Thank you for listening to the SiXFrames podcast. This rambling of nothing but
nerds.
Spider-Man. And Spider-Man.
I was gonna say another word, but I'm not gonna say it.
Spider Bros, you feel?
Oh, by the way, Jacob, what happened when you had to do the survey?
Oh yeah, so here's the thing. Wop, quick. So after the movie, right, I had a good, Spider-Man t-shirt.
You just tell the story instead of this like persona you're giving. It's like just shut up and tell the damn story.
So I had this nice Spider-Man t-shirt. You feel me? That thing had all the people talking. You feel me? So I got out. They said, "Hey, you want to do a survey?"
Talk to him. One person.
No.
He's building it up like a whole crowd.
No. A few people.
Okay. Fine.
Movie attendants. Of the female variety.
They all said, they all said, "Oh, what a nice shirt."
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jacob was like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, "Why are you feeling?" The lady just says, "What a nice shirt," just like that.
Multiple. So I felt like I was him. So pretty much, after that, they said, "Hey, like one guy over there dressed superb, right? Really, really to the nose." He was pretty much saying, "You want to do a survey?" I was like, "Say less, I'm going to do a survey." Heck yeah. So I already did. Took some time. Was talking to a costume gore, you feel me, that had like, the first movie Spider-Verse outfit, and then, pretty much I outshined them, you feel me? So pretty much like, it was just like a survey about Spider-Man. Like Spider-Verse, how I felt about it. It was pretty nice. Just pretty much like a good way to talk about my experience about the movie and everything like that. And after that, that was it. It was pretty good though. It was like my first time doing a survey for a movie.
How was your experience with the D-Box? 5.
Bro.
How did you like this movie? 5. Would you recommend it? 5.
And then talking to the guy too, the surveyor, pretty much he was just like saying, "Oh man, we're just chatting it up. I'm never that friendly with somebody outside of the movie theater." So he was just like, we're just chatting up.
Oh my god! All right.
No. Sorry. But he was just talking about Spider-Man 2, so like the game. So we're just like,
okay.
So I'm interested in that as well. Anyway.
Wow, that was a waste. I'm so sorry to ask that question.
Wow.
Wow. You could turn this off.
Dang, that's crazy.
All I can say is it's good to be a Spider-Man fan.
Yeah, yes, sure. It is.
And thank you for listening to another SiXFrame podcast. If you like what you hear and you want to hear more, email us at SiXFramepodcast@gmail.com. That is SiXFramepodcast@gmail.com. You can also catch us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. SiXFrames. Don't forget to rate and follow us on our Apple Podcasts and Podbean. And our YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to SiXFrames and ring that bell for notifications so you never miss another episode. So what are you waiting for, nerd? Subscribe, like, rate, do all that stuff. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.